PFW ministries traveled the land, restoring the body of Christ's minds. People were healed and miracles were seen, but God had a bigger plan for this ministry. In 2007, a church without walls was birthed. 7 faithful disciples committed themselves to the vision and mission. Moving ahead 7 years later, the headquarters travailed. Greatness was birthed out of our leader. Her legacy will live on as previous historic figures.
See, MLK had a dream and they tried to defer it. Fought for freedom and equal rights, but the issue still stands. The Twin Towers destroyed, rumors of wars, but the spirit of the people still stands. Harriet Tubman lived a life of hardship, led hundreds to freedom, and her heritage still stands. Rosa Parks, a symbol of dignity and strength through the struggle, refused to give up her seat, and her legacy still stands. As I look back over the roads we traveled, the bridges we crossed, and the mountains we climbed.
On this road, we've encountered sweat and tears. Giving up was not an option. The plan had to be fulfilled.
Every goodbye ain't gone, and every closed eye ain't sleep. Be careful at what we do and how we speak. Time has a big mouth and eventually tells it all.
Pretty lines and colors are our words on the canvas, but when push comes to shove, we back up because we can't handle it. Prophetess told us the actions speak louder than words. Crossing over to Canaan confirmed that word to be true.
Everything around was anew. Time for a fresh start, brushed off the old residue. The land flowing of milk and honey, blessings running over from the mighty and all-knowing.
In a new land, but a storm was on the horizon. The enemy had a plan and it took us by surprise. The naysayers thought it would lead to our demise. Yeah, it rocked the boat, but we managed to stay afloat.
What we sow, we shall also reap. They cut our throats, they stabbed us in the back. They laughed at our adversities, they even slandered our name.
The foundation shook, but it never cracked. We stood strong and mighty, and we bounced back from the attack. This was the year to watch, prepare, and fulfill. We've got to keep moving. There's no time to be still.
Crossed over the threshold, time for a celebration. 4 days of holy convocation, calling all kingdom citizens, the new birth, regeneration. Reflected on the issues at hand, resolved brokenness through impartation, education, and revelation. Restored the body of Christ, prophetic word in a manner received from above.
The moment was bittersweet. Cancer reared its ugly head and was unleashed. We soon got the news that we would be losing Minister T. God gained an angel, but the aftermath was painful. We no longer mourn because her legacy lives on. Shout out to our champion in the sky. We love you and we miss you, but we know you're flying high. The shepherd lost some sheep. They tried to divide us, but we're still standing. Darts were thrown, lies were told, but we're still standing.
Some never experienced the full manifestation or answered the call, but we are still standing.
The labor pains were intense, and there was a lot of pressure while pushing, but we're still standing.
The enemy tried to stir up confusion and destroyed the people's trust, but we are still standing.
Our backs have been against the ropes, and we have gotten weary, but we're still standing.
We faced our opponent and took several blows, but we're still standing.
We don't know
what the future holds, but we know who holds the plan. And through it all, we continue to stand.